I'm shining so bright, lit up like a diamond in the dead of night. There's fire deep in my soul, I'ma rise up like the legends of old. Brighter than gold, brighter than gold. Brighter than gold, brighter than gold. Now my kingdom's coming, coming. I was born for the throne. Like lightning striking, sparking. There's heat in my bones. There's fire deep in my soul. I'ma rise up like the legends of old. Brighter than gold, brighter than gold. I can feel that fire in me, fire in me, fire. I can feel that fire in me, fire in me, fire. Yeah. Give me the fire. Give me the fire. I'm in the shadow of the valley of the gods in the graves. I'll keep on going, running, running. I'll go till my body breaks. There's fire deep in my soul. I'ma rise up like the legends of old. Brighter than gold, brighter than gold. I can feel that fire in me, fire in me, fire.
With the introduction of Kelp in 1.13, we have gained another way of getting fuel semi-automatically. Kelp farms themselves are, for the most part, able to run fully autonomously other than crafting, such as Old Mango's 72k kelp per hour farm. But I'd like to introduce a new kelp farm that no one should ever build due to its sheer stupidity. As shown in the cinematic, this kelp farm is bone meal powered, allowing for it to be run without player presence, granted you have a chunk loader. Unlike other high production rate farms, this one only grows the kelp once before breaking. Now, you may be asking, is it more efficient? Well, no, but it looks way better in a cinematic than breaking full stocks at once. But with kelp being made 3 stacks every 9 game ticks, it needs a supply of bone meal equal to its production rate. That is where we have implemented an instant unloader to refill the empty hoppers as quickly as possible. One instant unloader unloads a box every 54 times kelp is grown to ensure that we have almost no loss in bone meal, not that it matters. To supply the instant unloaders, there is a bolt connected up to a 6-way splitter to equally divide the boxes with minimal buffers. Speaking of bulks, all bulks shown in this video are cubic meters chest layout shown in one of his storage tech videos. With the output of the farm being stacked using stone cutters, the kelp is sent directly to the furnace array, which has over 1400 smokers. To keep the furnace array somewhat simple, I decided to go with a repetitive design created to handle about 2 stacks of kelp a second. With the kelp farm being 334,000 kelp per hour farms side by side, we are able to keep the streams each separate and ensure that there will be an equal amount of items heading through the 3 streams of the furnace array. To supply the array with enough dried kelp blocks, it pulls from the second buffer into another splitter that activates every 11 minutes and 30 seconds, which is about the amount of time it would take at full speed for a necessary refill to take place, and all excess dried kelp gets boxed back up into 3 6x loaders and put into the bulk with all the other boxes. With dried kelp being smelted and put into one stream, there needs to be a way to craft that amount of dried kelp into kelp blocks. Luckily, using Item Scroller, we can easily craft it automatically by spitting it into a water stream and loading into the 3 6x loaders I mentioned earlier. There's also another option. All dried kelp gets boxed and put into the first bulk to be crafted at a crafting station. With the crafting station, there's also a lever to unlock both bulks, but it is unrecommended to have it running when you start the farm. Now, how do you supply a farm with enough boxes to properly store all items? That is where the biggest bulk is off to the side of the furnace array. This bulk is like no other, opening in sections in order to reduce hopper lag caused by thousands of hoppers in the system. It works by detecting the first and last chest to be filled of the 8th slice of each section and comparing their fullness. If that section is completely full, it will mark that section as able to be used. This applies for all 7 sections. With a slice decided to be counted as usable or unusable, the system pulls from the closest usable section until it completely empties or another section closer is detected as full. But with another section counted as full, once that section is empty, it will still revert back to the original one due to it not having fully emptied. With this system, it ensures that no more than 15% of the bulk is ever primed at any given time, other than when it is being filled with more boxes. Now, how much lag might this beast cause? Well, on a server holding a Xenon X5650 and 40 gigs of DDR3 running lithium, it pushes between 30 and 35 MSPT on full load. FPS wise, yeah, no. Expect horrible FPS unless you're using like God's personal gaming computer. On idle, the server's chilling between 5 and 7 MSPT though.
I'm in hell. Hey, we went to hell and back. Gave him my art, playing the game, call it blackjack. Matter of fact, this ain't no game, girl, give it back. Raising the trap, ain't had no love.